Hi everybody, welcome back. All right, getting comfortable here. So yeah, we're in our last week of what we thought might be the last week of lockdown, alert level 4, but as you guys would know that we're just in this extended that for another week and just moving into alert level 3 for 2 weeks. So we're still staying at home and in our bubbles, and I hope everybody's coping with that. It may be discouraging for some, feeling a bit confined, but yeah, in the long run, it's a pretty incredible experience for going through this pandemic, being around in life when it's happening, and to see the impact it is having on the rest of the world. Pretty lucky to be in New Zealand and the accomplishments we've had here. So staying safe in that bubble has really paid off. So to move along, I thought over this time, and even for myself, it's probably hard to sit down and maybe give yourself a full hour of class. You do still have those options with my other 2 videos I've done, so I thought I might just do a small little clip today, and maybe a couple of those, whether through the week or adding another one next week, of maybe 20 or so minutes of just some warm-up. Just a way to maybe wake up in the morning or change from your daily routines of the day, in the middle of the day, or winding down from the evening, whenever you choose to watch. Just to get on your mat and revisit what your body has been through in our classes and the accomplishments it's had there, and not feeling like your attention span is moving elsewhere. So even though that is part of yoga, is bringing yourself onto the mat and dedicating, but I found it even with myself that it's hard to stay with one thing for a long time, even though we have a lot of time on our hands in order to do so. So let's just do a small session today, probably revisiting some of the basics, things that I've been doing a lot lately, and then maybe adding some new stuff later on. So I hope everybody's doing really well and feeling okay, and has taken advantage at this time to heal themselves in ways that they may not have been able to, rushing around a lot, being very busy, and hope that you can get back onto the mat just along with myself. And again, thank you for your patience. Last week I took some time off to heal as well, just an old injury with the back pain, as we've been doing some firewood at home here. It's been great to get back into working with wood again and doing physical exercise, but yeah, got carried away and wasn't looking after myself as I should be, taking more breaks. So all good now and ready to join you back on the mat again. So I'm on a blanket, as we have been doing, since we don't have the blocks, and really opening up in our hips. I have a strap nearby, and that should be all that we need at the moment. All right, and I hope that you can hear me a little bit better. Again, technology isn't my best, and seems the easiest way to do these recordings is with my phone. So hopefully this will communicate over to you as well as I can. All right. Coming into a comfortable seat. Always important to start the class in this position, in our breathing, because it winds us down from the outside and brings us in internally. So we take our hands to our thighs, palms face up. We lift up through our chest, our spine, opening up, eyes closed. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And seeing now if we've moved away from our practice over the past few days, several days, or if we've managed to keep up with it, how we're sitting. If it's with ease and comfort, or if we've noticed ourselves out of position, and how we can readjust that. Nice rich inhale in, exhale, letting it out. Good. Tune some awareness in those thighs, lifting up out of that lower back, feeling the length in the waistline. And take a rich inhale there into that space you've created. Let go of the outside world. Let go of moments in your bubble that may be finding difficult, challenging, to be so close with somebody else or not seeing as many people. And just come back into some places in your mind and your heart that are peaceful and joyful. And allow the breathing to take you there, help take you there. And even if we only work on our breath, just sitting down for 3, 5, 10 minutes and just breathe in a comfortable position, maybe even propping ourselves against a wall so we can stay there longer. That can be really helpful in your week, really helpful for your day, just to allow that healing of the breath work move through you, uplift you, and help guide you through a more peaceful state of mind. Ironing out any choppiness, breathing nice and fluid, rolling in and rolling out. Breathe in, lift, rise up, and exhaling out. We'll take our hands in front of our heart, lift up our elbows, press our palms together, breathe in, and then bow our chin, and exhale, release our hands down. Opening up the eyes, we roll our shoulders up and down the back a couple times, just gentle shoulder rolls here. And then pause and we'll go around the opposite way, so lifting up from behind and rounding forward. And gaze is soft, going at a speed that suits you. You might go quite slow. I like to have a bit more fluidity, moving a bit at a quicker pace. And we'll go back again, just keeping up this movement, noticing how it's opening up in between the shoulder blades as well as across the chest. A lot of the tension can be held in those shoulders. We don't realize how they can start slumping forward. And that tension starts happening in the back body, especially if we've been delving into some book reading. I'm just going backwards again, change positions. Book reading or watching television, sitting at chairs and looking at the computer to surf the web for information, as we're becoming very virtual at the moment. Okay, so changing movements as I'm talking with you. We're going to take our right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, and then right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, right? And just kind of shifting left and right. Yes, so becoming very virtual at the moment, and our sitting posture positions may be causing us some grief in certain areas. Breathing as we transition. Might be one inhale for a left and right movement, or maybe just an inhale as we move forward and exhale as we move back. So I challenge you after this video, when we are coming into sitting postures, whether reading, looking at computer, television, not always, get comfortable and relax, but to just take note of how you are sitting and how maybe you could change that posture, right? We'll pause and adjust yourself to become more comfortable so we're not hurting our lower backs, our hips, our shoulders, and our sides. And I might, when we come into certain positions here, help make you think about different ways you can sit in your chairs. All right, taking our arms out either side, palms face forward. Let's breathe on up, out wide, pressing down through the sit bones, lift the arms up. Just a nice stretch in that spine and back, and lowering the arms down. Good, so we really worked before. Inhale, breathing up around the shoulder area, lifting the shoulders up and down the back and just pivoting forward and back, kind of mid back. Now we're incorporating the whole spine and the side body. Good, chin's parallel to the floor, lifting up through the spine, elongating either sides of the neck. Reach up high with those fingertips. Keep that height as you lower the arms out, wide to the side and down. Good, inhale, breathe on up. Awareness in those inner thighs, backs of the thighs as you root down, reach up and out wide to the side. Last one, big inhale to rise. And exhale out, beautiful. At the bottom, just pull the shoulders again, good. Let's do the neck. All right, dropping the neck down, chin down. And then gently we'll take the right ear towards the right shoulder, left hand across the body to the, right hand across the body to the left shoulder. Good. Pausing for a moment. And then the weight of the head will roll over as we release the hand down and taking left hand to right shoulder across the body. And then rolling down forward one more time. Opposite hand across. And then releasing right hand, taking left ear to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Good. And then we'll take the chin down to the chest. We're going to lift up through the head and then gaze up. So we're dropping the head back slightly. Good. Exhale, rounding forward, just with the head. Good. Inhale, lifting up the head and dropping the head back. Good. Breathe the head on up. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest, gazing down. And then inhale, lifting head up to gaze up and dropping the head back to the back of the shoulders. And just working with your range as always, never overdoing it. One more time. Yeah, lifting up, gazing up. Okay. And then we're going to take the head and just stack it on top of the shoulders, nice and straight up. We're going to drop the head to the left, and we're going to roll it across the body to the right. And then we're going to roll it across the body to the left. Now you can keep just going in the forward, left, and right direction. If not, we're going to do full circles now. Okay? Full circles. I'm going counterclockwise at the moment, but we will be doing both directions. So I'm on about my third cycle. So just do about 3 times wherever you're at. And then pausing in the center to switch directions. Going opposite to the way you just were. Eyes can be open or closed, and that goes for any stage in this practice. Okay, just going with your pace, your speed. I may be going a bit faster at the moment, but don't go quicker just because I am. When you're all done with your third circles round, you'll pause with the chin down, and then we'll breathe it on up. Let's roll the shoulders back and then again forward. Okay. Now I've had my mat the long ways today because that's, I thought it might be easier for you to view me from the side to start, but you have your mat any way you like to make it easier to watch the videos. So I'm going to pull my blanket aside, and we're coming onto all fours for our cat-cow position. Okay, so we're lining up the crease of the wrist with the right edge of the mat as we're on all fours, and the knees are underneath and the legs parallel out. Okay, spreading the fingers wide, getting the arms nice and strong, getting ready to stretch up, rounding the back like a cat first thing in the morning as the head drops back. Inhale, the belly softens as the shoulders roll back and we gaze up. Good. Scooping navel up. Really exaggerating that stretch in between the shoulder blades and the back. And then the inhale, the belly softens as we gaze on up. A couple more times like this. Such a valuable pose and warm up, and even just something gentle to do beginning and end of days when we're feeling, when the body's stiffer or has been doing the same movement for a while, walking, sitting, just kind of get some movement and fluidity into the body. Okay, 2 more times, wherever we're at. Belly soften, shoulder back, 1 cycle. Press into the floor, use the advantage of the earth beneath you to stretch deeper, and then we just soften into it. Good. And now we'll pause, and we'll take our big toes together and the knees wide, and we're going to come down, having your blanket nearby, especially for those who need it to rest their forehead on for our child's pose. Okay, so we might be using our forehead on the blanket and stretching the arms forward. If we can reach comfortably onto the floor, resting the forehead down. Stretch the arms nice and wide. Get those forearms off the mat. Press into those top finger pads so you can stretch back through the arms, the muscles moving into those shoulder blades. Broad across the back body as you extend through your sit bones behind you. Big toes on the floor to help spread the hips wide in the back, broadening across the lower body. Breathe into that. Exhale and soften down. And just have a little break here. You might shift a little left and right in those hips. Finding some looseness here, left and right in the neck. Okay. And up to you if you want an active child's pose for a moment, or just softening down. Breathing in, body rises, exhale, body softens. Alright, so we will take our blanket out in front now. Okay, I'll just move back a little bit so you can see me better for the arms. So the blanket is out in front, and it's over to the right side, and you want it at a nice distance where we can place our right hand on there. So we're going to lift up out of our child's pose. You're going to take your left palm facing up, weaving it under the right arm, taking your left ear to the mat, and making sure that our blanket is far enough out in front of us to get a nice shoulder stretch. Okay. You're lifting the navel up into the spine a little to help with the twisting. Your right shoulder lifts up a little, and you can roll back towards the left ever so slightly. The tops of your knuckles on the left side of your left hand, are firmly placed on the floor to help with deepening of the stretch. Spread your fingers wide if they're not already. Breathe into that twist. Such a lovely, easy movement. Stretching the arms, the upper body. Good. And then we're going to press ourselves up. Take the hand out from underneath. Take our blanket over to the left side with our left palm on top. Right palm flips up now and weaves underneath the left. Taking our right ear to the mat, stretching long through the left fingertips, spread the right hand palm open wide, and we're on our right shoulder. Okay? Gently on the right ear. If you can roll, lift up through the left shoulder and roll onto your right shoulder a bit more for a deeper twist. If not, just going to what availability you have in the rotation. Breathe into the belly, expand it out. So drop it in. A little bit more. If we ever sleep on our necks funny, waking up with some tension there, this is a great stretch for that. Another inhale in, and exhale, we'll press ourselves on up. Well done. All right, if you want to kind of loosen into that, stretching in between the shoulders and out. Okay, now we're going to come down on our bellies. You'll just want to go across your mat, and we'll have our blankets out in the front. Okay, so we're going to use our blankets under our chest, just where you might be at the base of the rib cage. You want it up fairly high here for this next pose. And what we're doing is we're going to be crossing our arms in front of us. All right, so making sure that we're comfortable as we can. You're going to take your right palm facing up, facing down for this, over to as far left as you can, and then your left is going to cross over the front of your right arm as far right as you can. Okay, so our legs are just straight out and back. Okay, and what you're doing, your elbows are near each other, and you're trying to move your hands across the body as much as possible. Awesome shoulder stretch. Okay, so you want to even tilt your pelvic floor up a little bit if you're tender in the back, otherwise just being relaxed in the back body. Okay, if we are tight in the lower back, open up your legs wide apart or apart from each other, a comfortable distance. They don't need to be sealed and touching. Good. So maybe a slightly new pose. We're active in the hands on the floor to help put pressure there and deepen the stretch. If there's any pinching and things, just kind of loosen the palms. Okay, you want to feel like your outer shoulders are moving back slightly, and your gaze is soft in front of you. Couple breaths here. Again, a lovely shoulder opener. One more inhale in. And then we'll swap sides as we exhale out. And just taking the hands out in front. Okay, and now we're going to take our right hand in front. Left hand goes underneath, and right arm goes across. Well done. So we're pretzels at the moment. So it's might be interesting to think. So if you look down, our right arm is on top of the left, elbows about at each other. You can see there, I've just passed underneath. And going across the body. Gazing just down and relaxed, not torquing in the neck to look up. Okay. Making sure no tension in the lower back as we're here. One more inhale in, and exhale. There we go. All right, so to come out of it, we're going to take our blankets out from underneath us. We'll take our palms, fingertips facing forward. One, and we'll have a little lift up in the spine, gazing up. And then exhale, we're going to press back into that child's pose. So I'm just going to rotate again. You guys just pressing back into your child's pose. Along on your mat. Good, and then we'll flow. We'll inhale, we'll round up. Take the knees back. Okay, and we're going to lower down. Inhale, a little half lift. And exhale, pressing up. Back, child's pose. And then just going right up into that rounding, like you're almost merging into your cat pose, and then sending the chest down onto the floor. Inhaling, shoulders back, face lifting up. Exhale, lower down, pressing back, child's pose. Good. Pausing a moment in our child's pose. And then we'll come on up onto all fours and we'll come and take a seat down. Okay. Having our straps nearby so we can do our leg stretches. But first, we're going to squeeze ourselves in, taking the thighs into the belly, lifting up. And then we're going to tuck the chin and round down towards our knees as comfortably as you can. And then inhale, breathe and lift up. Exhale. Good. Right. We'll take our sit bones forward so we have room, making sure you have room to lie down. We're going to lift our toes up, scoop the belly in, and lower down. And rock a little bit, if you can. And then pause. It's really nice having the support of the floor beneath you. Something I did the other night was just laid the mat out and just lay flat on my back for a while. Just feeling that stiffness under you. And whether it is with your knees up like this, which is good because it flattens your back, your lower back in particular. If you notice when you take your legs forward, we get our natural curve and our lower back arching up. So just a different feeling to then when having our feet on the floor and knees to the sky, and you can really get that back flat on the earth, on the stiff floor or carpet, wherever you're at. Just a lot firmer than our couches and our beds, of course. So a different sensation. This alone is a great way to stretch and just to feel the body naturally fall into place with those muscles because it's distorted with the comfortableness of couches and beds. All right, so feet are on the floor. So you want to gaze out, and if you can see your pinky toe mound a whole lot more than your past your heel, you might want to angle in to feel more pigeon-toed, okay? You'll still see it, but you don't want to have a good gaze as if they're fanning out. All right, so there we're going to go into a bridge pose, so tilting your pelvic floor up, really imprinting that low back onto the mat, and then lifting up. Inhale, breathing, exhale, staying lifted. All right, so you want to get where your hips are in a nice plane from the shoulders to the knee. So if you can only lift up so much, that's fine. But if you have a good, strong spine and really want to work into those glutes and lifting up into a bridge pose, try and work on getting those hips higher. Relax in the back of the neck, no tension there. Gazing straight up towards your ceiling. Breathe in, and now lowering down bone by bone by bone. You want to think about stretching that spine out, lengthening it right through the tailbone to lower down in that low back, and then we let our pelvic floor spill out, natural curve of the back. Okay, one more time, going out, tilt, pelvic floor up, press hips on up. Shoulders relax down, no, they're there to support you, but no tension being held in the arms. Shoulders, good. Breathe in, lift up, try and relax even in the glutes if they're clenching, and then lower down bone by bone by bone. Good. Stretching out in that low back in particular. Awesome. We'll take our right leg high, reach behind the right thigh. Classic hamstring stretch. Pull the ankle around left and right if you'd like. Good. And then pausing, the foot is flexed, toes towards the nose. Okay. And then we're going to bend the knee and go right into our strap, taking it around the ball toe. Okay. Fling it up, shoulders down. So the point here is to get the arms straight, but see as I've reached up, my shoulders lift up. So you want to keep the shoulder down on the mat with the straight arms, and we're holding the strap in each hand, okay? And then if you can, taking the left leg long onto the mat. Good. Breathe in and then try and soften the rib cage down, trying to move the back of the thigh into the room in front of you, straight ahead of you. If your left leg is long, your toes are towards the sky, flexing the foot. If not, four corners of your foot evenly on the mat if the knee is still bent. Relax the shoulders. And just opening up here. Really nice to have the strap support. Can take away some tension by trying to hold our leg up without anything. So really great if you have something, even if you don't have a strap, grab a towel long and roll it up and use that to help. One more breath in. And then exhale, we'll release. Bend the knee, release the strap, keep it nearby, and hug in. So my feet are still flexed, toes to the ceiling, both feet, as we draw in. Now we're going to go across the body with the leg. You're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right knee, right arm wide, and draw the leg across. A little spinal twist, shoulders evenly on the mat, and gazing to the right, past your right fingertips. And then coming back to center, taking the right foot down onto the mat, having your strap ready on the left side, relaxing the arms and breathing that left leg up, reaching behind the thigh, pressing the thigh back into the knuckles. Little roll of the ankle, left and right. Okay. Breathe in. And then we'll bend the knee and go right for our strap around the ball toe. Okay, so right into the support of our strap here. Might help for those of us who it's uncomfortable reaching behind the thigh. We'll go right into stretching in our hamstring. Toes towards the nose. You want to think about a good straight leg. Alright, so if we're bending in the knee, maybe lower the leg a little bit here and really press out through the heel. So you want to get the leg to be straight and the arms just as long as holding the strap where it's available for you. Okay, shoulders relaxed. If we can take our right leg long here, please do so. Good. Softening down, navel towards the spine to soften the rib cage down. And our right leg is active, it's not rolling out on vacation here, and that just helps support the stretch of the lower back. Shoulders relaxed, breathe in.